I was by a C-suite conference, and a special shout out to Jeffrey Hazlett, who was the facilitator in getting us together. And of course, a shout out to our good buddy Shep Hyken. We just had him on about his new book, Be Amazing or Go Home. So at the conference, he had a CEO from a wine company who talked about that they needed to get traffic to the aisle where they were putting product of that company. And because they were a new product, they put them all the way in the back and on the lowest shelf. And they challenged the team to come up with ideas. And he said I believe it was the receptionist who came in with a fantastic idea of putting footprints on the floor and this, to get people to go there. And he said it did not come from the creative team, although like you mentioned, most great ideas come from the creative team. But in that case, it came from someone who was technically in a different box. They were not wired to think of the creative solution, but they did. So you find that to be the case in many companies?
Yeah, and to be clear, everybody is able to contribute to the creative process. Right. Everybody can. And we should be able to tap into everybody. It really comes down to the type of innovation. So what we see is typically black cards, when they will come up with new ideas, tend to be more incremental in nature.
Okay.
The red cards might be more radical in nature. Yeah. And neither is necessarily better. We need both. Because if you're always, shooting for the bleachers every single time, you're going to strike out a lot. Right. So we need the singles, we need the doubles, and we need, the cleanup who's going to do the grand slam when you can. And if you only have black cards, you only have singles. But if you only have red cards, you might only have people shooting for home runs and go nowhere.
Stephen, you mentioned to me online, someone can try this game and there's no fee, or what is that about?
Yeah, so if you go to personalitypokergame.com, it looks like a Las Vegas slot machine.
Okay.
And so you go there, you spin the wheels, but there's 52 cards in each of the wheels, and you hold the cards that best describe how you see yourself, keep on spinning till you get 5 cards with words that describe you. Push the button, and it will give you a printout of your personality.
Very cool.
Now, it's not the same as the cards, because the cards are about conversation, sharing cards with people that know you, so you learn a lot. But it's a great way to just get a sense of how it operates.
So now, moving over to the business side of it, how can people bring personality poker, quote unquote, to their organization?
So you've got the Personality Poker Game, which is the free and easy way you can save your hand and share it with others. You can go to Personality Poker and buy the poker cards. Or if you're really inclined and want to do it right, you can always bring me in to run a session. So there's a lot of different ways. I think the key with all of this is just to recognize that, look, you can do it with cards. You can just think about it, though. So like if you just start recognizing that the way we relate to people has to be the way they wanted to be related to, and understand that just take a look if you're at your company, what do you promote? What do you recognize? What do you reward? And what aren't you recognizing and rewarding? And when you start to look at those, you'll start getting a sense of your culture, your personality for your organization. So the cards are useful, but you can do a lot. I mean, the whole point of this is you can do this on your own without a deck of cards.
Stephen, I can't thank you enough for joining me here on Mind Your Business. What final takeaways would you care to share on the subject of innovation with the listeners of Mind Your Business?
Well, let me just talk about personality poker, just wrap that up, because there's really 4 key lessons there. One is each person needs to play to their strong suit. Don't look at the areas that aren't you as areas that you should start developing. Those are areas where you should start collaborating. So that's the first thing. Play to your strong suit. Second one, we said play with a full deck. Make sure you got a team. The next thing is you want to deal out the work. If everybody's doing everything, you're not ever going to be efficient. So coming back to your question on process, you need a process that you use, and there's a 4-step process for innovation. And each person should be playing in the process that is best for them. But also, as some of your examples showed, sometimes you need to shuffle the deck. You don't want people necessarily always to be in, I'm a spade, therefore I should be asking questions. I'm a spade, I should be finding solutions, or I should be doing something different. So mix things up from time to time. The key is appreciation. If we have a deep appreciation for what each person brings to the table, even if they drive us crazy, we will always be better off.
But yet at the same time, a person is encouraged to stay within their area of strength.
Absolutely. The goal is not to become better at something that's not you.
And yet at the same time, appreciate those around you that do bring that strength that's your weakness.
Exactly. So the key to innovation in many cases is collaboration. And collaboration means it's not just you, it's people who help complement you. And I mean complement with an E, not with an I, like you got great hair. So I think that's really the key, is find people who complement you, and then you have a winning hand.
I love the honor of interviewing C-level executives and sharing their great advice and perspective on Mind Your Business. I'd love to get your feedback. Post it in the comments below and subscribe. You'll never miss an edition of Mind Your Business.